Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and get started here. My name is Chris During, and I'll be presenting today. The topic of this series is marketing options, and basically what I'm looking to do here is to give you a variety of other websites that you can work with um, and do marketing outside of the traditional websites that we teach here. So today, as an option for eBay, we're going to be looking at Bonanza.com. You should be able to see that on your screen now. Bonanza.com is a great option for those of you who are, well, either working against eBay's policies or looking to enhance what you're doing on eBay. If you're just killing it over on eBay, you can get over on to Bonanza as well and start selling there in addition to eBay. Also, for those of you, there's a few out there who have been kicked off of eBay, for example. This would be a good alternative. So I wanted to put together a little bit of information and get things started that way. And so let's go ahead and jump right in. Now, first of all, Bonanza, what is it? Now, of course, this is a site very, very similar to eBay. A few differences. These folks don't do auctions. They just do straight sales. So we would set a fixed price, just like we do on the retail strategy anyway. So it works very similarly that way. Let's talk a little bit about some of the pros and cons. There's some real big benefits to Bonanza. Bonanza has some really unique features. Number one, they don't have any listing fees, so that's a huge benefit. You don't pay anything unless you sell something, and so that's a really good option. Number two, they also have a unique search engine optimizer that allows Google Shopping and other Google searches to find and rank and list your listing on the Google search results. So we can be found through Google on Bonanza. That's definitely a huge benefit. The downside of Bonanza is that they only have about a fifth of the total users that eBay has. So your traffic is going to be much less. And so, obviously we're going to have to work a little bit harder to see some of the sales that we might on eBay otherwise. But again, with those different benefits there, we can certainly enhance that option and get those things going. So I want to go ahead and get into the site here. I'm going to sign up with it right here so you guys can see exactly how to sign up. And we'll go through the process together, and then we'll start listing a few items and kind of go through the whole thing. So up at the top of their screen, they've got an option to log in or register. Of course, we would, for the first time, we'd click on register here. I'm going to do that. And it comes up and it gives us an option to choose our username and so forth. So we'll just fill in some information there. And we're going to use. And so we just go through and fill out the information there. You can subscribe to their weekly newsletter. That might be a good idea if you're kind of tentative about selling on Bonanza. They may give us some good information. I'm going to go ahead and do it just to see. Tell us a bit about yourself. Okay, so we'll do that. Some information there, and then we'll go ahead and save it. We also have an option to put in a photo there if you'd like, so we could do that. Now we're all set here. It's telling us we're ready to go. I do have a few options here. A Bonanza Pro. It's not something I'm gonna do today. Um, Open a standalone web store. I'm probably not going to do that today. Recent sales. We haven't gotten any, of course, and so this is kind of just a new experience for me as well. Now, we're going to go into My Bonanza. This looks like our kind of our analytics page, just like the My eBay page. You've got your searches, your sellers, items in your collections, things like that. You've also got some over here, some other places we can get into. So right up at the top here is where I want to go. We're going to get into Sell on Bonanza. So I'm going to add or edit an item here for the first one. And it gives us an option to activate our booth and continue. We'll do that. And it just gives me some more information here. Let's do this. And let's see. Let's go ahead and set the refunds as available. We'll create our seller account here. And verify your seller account. Let's see, what are they asking for? Okay, wants card information here. I'm going to come back to that one later. Let's just go back to add and edit items. So you'd fill that information in. That would secure the funding and so forth. I'm going to go ahead and click on add an item here. And I've got a unique little item that I picked up. I purchased a few of these, and I'm going to sell it. It's a Star Wars Death Star Ice Maker mold. And I'm going to do that. Fun party. And very, very similar to eBay. We want to take advantage of this space. We want to fill in with as much good keywords as we can. And so I'm going to just try and stuff this all full of good keywords. Let's see. Fun party. That's a good dorm room item. Gag gift. Oops. And let's do Star Wars as one word. And unique new. Okay, so we got 79, 80 characters. Perfect. All right. And then we're going to have to upload a picture here. So I saved a few photos of this item. Let's see, I think we'll use this one as the big first picture. And we'll load up this one here as our second. This one here is our third. And this one here, live in use. That's the fourth. Good. And I'm going to let them try and guess our category here. Home and garden, kitchen, dining, bar, sets, or ice cube trays. Yeah, I like that. That one will work. And I don't know the manufacturer product number or the brand, so we'll leave those blank. Don't know I think it's silicone. So we'll mark that. And again, we just want to fill in as much information as possible. Now, here, a big difference between eBay and Bonanza is that you're you have that option of being found in the search engines. So in your item description, we really want to take advantage of SEO principles. So the things that you've been taught about your search engine optimization, putting in good keywords and good content, that's all applicable here in this area. So I want to make sure that we're putting in some really good information. I'm actually going to use a little trick that I've found. And I'm going to go to Amazon.com. I'm going to do a search for my item here. And we'll do a search for it, and there's my item there. And see what kind of item information it gives. And I'm going to just copy some of that. Come back into Bonanza and paste that in. And come back here and see if there's any additional information we can grab. Maybe copy some of that as well.
Not at the moment, but you'll want to set one up.
And put that in.
Yeah.
Now, of course, I would come back here and rewrite this because I don't want to just copy and paste information. I want to make sure it's my own unique content. But this is a great way to kind of start building your content and get some good information in. So I'll do that. And then I'm going to go ahead and offer free shipping. Let's see, pick a shipping method. I'll probably do economy shipping, 1 to 10 business days, since I'm giving it away. I will not ship outside of the U.S. My list price here, I'm going to go ahead and list it for $8.99. And mark my price as negotiable or not. Means people can offer different prices. And I'm going to click add to my booth. So that's one way we can use Bonanza. Another really neat feature that these guys have is we can add items right from our eBay, our Amazon, or our Etsy accounts. So I'm going to try that as well. I'm going to go into import from eBay. I've got some items listed there. So I'm going to connect an eBay account here. And sign in there. And I agree to grant access to Bonanza. And it's got some options here, so let's go through those. Keep my Bonanza listing synchronized to my eBay store. That means they'll keep checking it, and as I add items, they'll keep adding for me. I'm going to discount imported item prices, the amount I'll save by selling on Bonanza. So they actually discount the items from the prices on eBay to compensate for the extra fees. You can do it that way, or you can just do half the amount. So I'm going to do here, import feedback with items. So, obviously feedback's important on eBay. Same thing in Bonanza. We can import our feedback and have the feedback from our eBay experience help us out in our Bonanza experience as well. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to import those items, and let's just see how that goes. Let's see. Your store has been set up for automatic syncing. The import was automatically created. Okay, so we'll kind of go through that here. Now, I don't currently have anything on Etsy or on Amazon, but if I did, you could also go in under Sell on Bonanza here and import from Etsy, import from Amazon. If you have an inventory file from one of your suppliers that you're working with, And you could also import directly from their file and just import all of their products. So this is a really good option to add a lot of products pretty quickly if you've got those already set up. I'll just have to wait here a moment here, it looks like, until we can see what's happened, but this should be just loading up our products here and getting things ready to go. So while we're waiting here, if anybody has any questions or anything, feel free to go ahead and type those in for me, and we'll be happy to talk about some of those things while we're waiting here on this. Let's go ahead and take a look at my store here. Nothing's been added quite yet. Let's take a look at my booth. All right. It looks like that process takes a little time here, but they've got a little bit of information. This photo is pulled over from my eBay. We didn't put that one in, so that's interesting. And it's also got some of my feedback in there as well. So definitely taking a little time. I apologize for that. Anyway, I think that really is what I wanted to kind of cover with you this evening. So I think we can kind of see how this would be a good option to get out there and utilize. We can set up some discounts and do some other things in our booth. And I'll once we kind of get a little bit more information on Bonanza as I start to sell items and do things here on this, I'll post some additional webinars on the topic, and we'll talk a little bit more about this interesting site, because I think it'll be really beneficial for a lot of you. So good. Well, with that, I'm going to go ahead and end the webinar, unless anybody has any questions they want to ask at this point. Please feel free to ask, and I'll wait just a moment while we're waiting on that to see if there's anybody has any questions.